Doom, doo doo. Once upon a time I was falling in love, but now I'm only going apart. Beep beep. Nothing I can do. The total eclipse of the heart. Or in this case, a live stream. Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Now I know this is a bit of a last minute decision, but welcome to a very sunny live stream. Because today, or in the very least in a few minutes, there's going to be a giant total eclipse in America. Now, since I'm not from the US, nor am I currently living in the US, for anybody who actually is watching this and is from the US, you're going to have to tell me what the eclipse is like when it comes. So, for this occasion, it's going to be quite a quick one. It's going to be only about an hour. Just ask me to draw any character about to watch the sun. They can either be relaxing, they can be playing something while waiting, but it's going to be just playful. I mean still a frame. So which character do you want me to draw? Try and keep it simple. Don't make it too complex. Ask me any character you want me to do while watching the eclipse. So let's see what we got here. Okay, let me just look up the character. If you got nothing to request, okay. But what's your request gonna be like? Can you type in on the super chat or something like that? Oh, I got another one. Thank you for that. First, let me. There's one I want to draw for free right now. Let me just. I'll get to yours in a moment. Now this is kind of interesting, since this particular Decepticon has not really been on Earth. He is instead being ordered by Megatron to be guardian of Cybertron. Although there are times when I actually did come to Earth just as an animation error, especially in the episodes where the Autobots are having a run and Megatron tests his Transfixatron. Of course, unless I'm spoiling it for those who haven't seen the show, he is also an undercover agent going as somebody else. In fact, this is actually, when I got him as a kid, he is actually one of my, well, actually I was a teenager, he was actually one of my favorites of the Transformers animated toys I've collected. I can't get enough of the fact that he is a four changer, able to transform into from an Autobot to a Decepticon to a tank and a crane. And he's able to change his accent, having him sound like he actually has a legit American-ish accent, although he is played by an American. And he still has a convincing British type of accent. And how do I say this? It's quite a noticeable difference, but he does pull it off great. Did you know that Corey Burton, the guy who played Shockwave in G1 Transformers, animated and in a commercial for the War for Cybertron video game, he based it on his voice on David Warner. When he asked to return as Shockwave for Transformers Dark of the Moon, he wasn't very happy with that decision. He said he wasn't interested in a big budgeted experience. So at one point it was David Warner was actually considered for the part of Shockwave, before it was ultimately decided that Frank Welker should play Shockwave. Which is kind of funny, since Frank Welker was Megatron and was Shockwave in Dark of the Moon, while Corey Burton was also Megatron in Transformers Animated, as well as returning to his role as Shockwave. I better color. Should he be like his old color scheme, or under his long arm color scheme, or under his true colors? I kinda prefer the true colors. When Corey actually returned to play Shockwave in War for Cybertron, the commercial, he wasn't happy with his role. He said it felt a bit lifeless. His lines were basically Megatron's like, "Shockwave, you're in charge now." Excellent. And Starscream was like, again? Soundwave, transform. Affirmative. And he was playing, "You got a touch, do 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 do. You got a power, do do." Why this song? When your percentage exceeds mine, you may choose for soundtrack. That's about it. Like I said, he wasn't very happy returning as Shockwave, though he was more than happy to reprise his role as Zipper in the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie, even though it was played doubly by somebody else. And let us not forget the insignia. Cannot forget his code of his side of being with the Decepticons. There we go, fellas. We got Shockwave. All right. What's your Okay. So what's the okay. With a strainer. Okay. A strainer. Well, let me have a look up. Let me look up and see what a strainer looks like. Oh. Wait. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to look up what the... Is it a kitchen strainer, or is it a... Yeah, I think I'll just use a kitchen strainer. Let's see, what else? Yeah, you're probably wondering, what is this random guy doing in the... You're probably wondering, what is this random guy? Yeah, you'll see in a minute why he's there. So, okay, this is a strain. Okay, so this is a strainer. I hope I did it right. If I did it wrong, I might have. I'll try and fix it off screen, or if somebody were to remind me about it. Let's see. Yeah, I got the wrong. Sorry, I got the wrong picture. Do you want her with the braces, or do you want her with without? As in the in her original appearance, I think I remember in her original appearance she had braces, but in the By the way, fellows, I've just finished watching the first 4 seasons of Total Drama. from Total Drama Island to Total Drama Action and Total Drama World Tour, and just today I finished watching Revenge of the Island. Now I'm taking a peek at All Stars, the one that brings back both the Revenge and the classic players. Now I hear some people say that the later seasons are not that good. It's saying that Chris's character has been kind of flanderized a bit too much, like he's becoming a bit too much of a psycho, and he probably deserves to be in jail. He actually did go to jail once. And so it was at the end of Revenge of the Island. Now, before you, if you're wondering, fellas, I do plan to watch the Redonkulous Race and the P Island one. I forgot what was it. I forgot the name of the PI one. But I'm not sure if I want to take a peek at Total Drama Rama. You know, the baby show. Here we go. We have Beth watching through a strainer, and I think there was another one. Crumbs! I forgotten what was it. What was it? Skid. Just making sure the character is small as I can. The theme song, I'm just thinking, every time I think about Total Drama, I think about the theme song. The I wanna be famous. I don't think I have enough time to do a Total Drama parody episode, but maybe I might have maybe one day I might do a parody of the opening. You know, the parts where the characters are just moseying about, just doing various animation parts during the I wanna be famous. I hear people are not fond of the theme songs cut in ever since All Stars. The theme song was cut down into just I wanna be famous. And then in the reboot to Total Drama, they added in a few new lyrics, and then back to I wanna be famous. I can't. Well, we're living in a world where we want more commercials and less intro. There we go, fellas. I did my best to. Let me see if there's any inaccuracies. Na 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 na. Don't watch All Stars. All Stars is bad. Drama Rama is terrible. Death is an awesome champion. Okay, I got another one, but first I gotta color the previous candidates. And thankfully the now Now here's the one thing I've learned in Flash. That there's a technique where it allows you to, if you have trouble with filling in colors, you could just keep painting all over her. There's an option that allow you to look like you're painting all over the picture, but really you're just painting under it. If that makes any sense. It's sometimes the tool options have a lot of ways. Okay, back to Beth for a minute. Oops, that did not come out right. I'm so sorry, that song is in my head again. Now, I should probably be thinking about some other theme songs. Probably some more instrumental ones, like or maybe something that shouts its name over and over and over again, like Batman, do 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 Batman. I mean, this is Total Drama's theme song is one of the few rare occasions where the theme song they don't say the name of the show. They just have their own lyrics in it. There are other shows that do that, but like Star vs. the Force of Evil, it also doesn't mention its title. It just says, gonna get a little weird, gonna get a little wild. I ain't from around here. I'm from another dimension. Okay, so let's see. What are the others? Okay. That's time for another. Technically, this is not the first Metal Sonic I've encountered. I actually knew at least two other Metal Sonics. There's another type of Metal Sonic who appears in Sonic Heroes. I think he was like super. He looked a bit different from this Metal Sonic. Even though this Metal Sonic is the one a lot of people are familiar with, there's also Pseudo. I think it was called Pseudo Sonic. It was in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it was controlled by a rat or something. And in fact, I think my first awareness of Metal Sonic was in Sonic and Sega All-Star Racers. So you get to race as Sonic and Tails, and you also get some other All-Star Racers as well from Sega as well. Like there was a duo character of a zombie and a zombie girl. Like a Frankenstein monster and a zombie girl, and there were two monkeys. Now one of them was representing Mexico. Oh, I forgot the name. It was like something amigo. And then there's this other monkey guy. Again, I forgot. Oops, that was not supposed to happen. What's going on? Sorry about that. Something just did something wrong. I need to correct on that, and I just corrected it. Sorry if I'm not answering any questions at the moment because I want to keep, because it's hard to keep up with so many paid commissions. in a few more minutes it's going to be a total eclipse. Keep an eye out on that and tell me how it was. Okay, that's Metal Sonic. Okay, who's next? Yes, the Princess of Darkness herself. I don't think I have enough time to include the sparkles, but let's see how I can do it. It's kind of, it's really funny that Princess Luna, was banished to the moon for at least 1,000 years, and um, and yet and she, but it feels like it hasn't really been that long, as we're able to see her throughout the entire MLP show until her retirement as ruler of Equestria, and that ruler now rests in Twilight Sparkle before the events of A New Generation. Why is it always thousands of years, like 1,000 years, or why not say 1,001 years or 1,002 years? Why specifically just 1,000 years? Sometimes they're not always exact. It's often exaggerated. Well, sometimes I just like to say things randomly. What is this fun foul speaker stuff? I will admit, I wasn't expecting Princess Luna to be. When I first saw My Little Pony, I wasn't expecting Luna to be the first villain. I thought her design was enough to make her a final villain. But no, she's actually the. She was actually. Oops! There's something missing, fellas. I've forgotten a very important ingredient to make sure she is not a pure unicorn, but rather, whoops. She is an alicorn. It's a very important ingredient. You have to make sure either Luna, Celestia, or Cadence have wings. Otherwise, they're not alicorns. They're unicorns. Anyways, let's see. What's the next one? Okay. Hopefully this version I draw is better than the Doom Syndicate version. The one the one who's played by Will Ferrell. And back when his companion was called Minion. But I think the reason why he had to be renamed as something else instead of Minion is because to prevent confusion over the fact that something else is called Minion and they are way more popular than this character who is named Minion, and also going by the fact that Universal owns the right to both Minions. Hello, and it's hello. Oh, hello? Like that? I think this is the best I can do for do 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 do. I have not, in case you're wondering, no, I have not seen the new TV series, nor have I seen the sequel to Megamind. I have seen the sequel to Kung Fu Panda, though. I would say it's still better than... I would probably say it's still better than Megamind 2. Even if it's not saying much. Okay, thank you for the 10... Whoo, boy! OCs, how do I... Okay, be right back. I'll just take a look at the DeviantArt notes. Here's Megamind. Oh, how's the Eclipse, guys? Let me just read. Has anyone seen the Eclipse yet? What's it like? Let's see. Okay, nobody's asking that part yet. They're just asking me. The fans hated Jordan Batman from DC Eclipse, so not much for me, not yet for me. Oh, okay, so nobody's seen it yet. I thought it would be passing through. Hey, what did I miss? You just some characters watching the Eclipse. Was my calculation off? Nah, maybe I had my calculations off. Or something. Never mind. Let's see. Florin. So wearing some solar, a pink vet outfit. Okay. Just looking up references. Sorry that song is in my head. I don't think I can sing. I don't think I can really. AC/DC, unfortunately, is one of those other few artists I've been having trouble using in the past few years when I did my Skylanders with different songs videos. When the YouTube copyright system started to take a bigger effect in 2018, not only are some of the songs I included for the Beatles stuff blocked, also some of the AC/DC stuff And I'm not even able to use ACDC for the shorts. I was able to use a few covers though, covers of Back in Black, and even covers of Highway to Hell. Although yes, the original is definitely authentic. I can only use the cover versions of Highway to Hell, Highway to Hell. Not even Thunderstruck. Can I actually, and the song I remember using that for was for Thor when I was doing Disney Infinity. And funny enough, that song was later used in Planes, Fire and Rescue, a Disney film. Planes was supposed to have a third film, but because it was of scrap, but I think it got scrapped along with other projects they were planning to do before the closure of Disney Toon Studios, the company that made Planes and Disney and the Tinkerbell films, as well as many of the Disney direct-to-home media sequels. Whether that's considered a good or bad thing, it depends on your view, but we also won't be getting any more movies like DuckTales, the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, or the Goofy movie. They were some of my favorites from that studio. And did they also make Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas? I just trying to remember. Did they make Disney Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas? They seem to make a feature film for at least one of the Disney mascots, like a Goofy movie. Not necessarily Donald, but his family, DuckTales. And Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, perhaps? Thankfully, okay, I think we've got about 30 to 40 more minutes. She's wearing some shades, don't worry. Oops, that did not come out right. Oh, one more thing I forgot. Since they're animals, it's always important to include at least a tail. Although BoJack Horseman doesn't always include tails, they do include, and rarely includes tails, with the exception of a few, like a scorpion. And one more. What's the other one? Is it a pink? Was it pink? Okay, the person says to be in a pink vet outfit. I'm just following what the options of a pink vet outfit have been given to me. I don't know if I can add in next stream. I think the outfit also requires the character's shoes to be a little bit more formal as well. So I wouldn't say super. Actually, no. I think it's gonna have to just be like that. Sorry, I'm sorry if you want the shoes to be a little bit more detailed. I'm just. I think the shoes have to be just following what the pink vet outfit calls for. I don't think I did a very good job on the stethoscope. Let me do that part again. Yeah, I think if I got anything wrong, just let me know. Did the best I can for a pink outfit. And there we go. This is the best I can do for Rosalie and Flora in the two OCs. One of them being in the pink vet. Did you want them both, or did you want them? Let me know if there's something. If I did something wrong, let me know if I did something wrong. See here, anything wrong? Clover from. Okay. Got another. Wait, okay, let me ask if if anybody's asking me any questions. Do you got any questions while I try to do this stop flooding the chat box, okay? Yeah, maybe I should have done an extra slow-mo. Oh, I don't want to have it too slow. I just want to make sure I mean, I have watched some people go live on YouTube, and even they are artists themselves. And even they sometimes have trouble with keeping up with the chats. Pardon me. Have you heard of the Burmese zodiac? I think somebody showed me that the other day. I heard there was an elephant involved and at least 2 or 3 more exclusive animals. But then there's also a dragon and a tiger and something else. And instead of 12, there was only 8, I think. I remember there was a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner short where they do the whole Roadrunner Latin names like Roadrunner, Fastest, Tastiest, and Wile E. Coyote, Canis Famish. And then there's one segment where they even did one for the Burmese tiger. They put in Burmese tiger, Panthera tigris, something. I have a question. Can animators be respected in some ways? Yes, I do think animation can still be respected in some ways, though to the public eye, it can be considered invisible or just kid stuff. Even though we have shows like The Simpsons, South Park, and Family Guy, they're some of the most beloved. Not so much beloved for the latter nowadays, but The Simpsons and South Park definitely had their ups and downs over the years. And they were meant for adults, but many people love them. In fact, The Simpsons, even though it's meant for adults, it is easily accessible for kids. In fact, there was an episode of I'm trying to remember. The Simpsons The Simpsons was indeed nominated for favorite cartoon at the Kids' Choice Awards, and to this very day, it's the only non-Nickelodeon show that's managed to win favorite cartoon at the Kids' Choice Awards. The only other winners were Nicktoons, including Doug, Rugrats, who used to win 6 times, and SpongeBob SquarePants, who managed to win 20 times. By now, you think it would have won 21 times, but since the Kids' Choice Awards hasn't aired yet, at least right now, we're not sure when is it going to be coming out, because there's been of drama behind Nickelodeon Studios, at least the live action portion, thanks to a certain co-creator and executive. He doesn't look very plumish. He looks more like a bean or a very oddly drawn heart. There we go, fellas. We got Plum from Plum Landing. Let's see. Okay, I'll be let's see. Is there already total eclipse of the heart idea already taken? You mean the song like once upon a time, da 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 falling apart. Nothing I can do, total eclipse of the heart. Let me put some. So one person asks if I should do, what was it again? Okay. Some like to. Is it possible to tan during the eclipse? Just oops. Okay, I better make sure she has a swim suit. Otherwise, YouTube might tag me for doing something wrong, let's say. There we go, fellas. We have Ronnie wrestling in Ronnie wrestling champion Blanca Guzman in relaxing. Maybe so. I might have to recolor her a little bit when this stream is over, so I can get the proper proper coloring. I mean, I have colored her before, but probably not like this. Oops, that came off wrong. Sorry about that. Oof. There we go. Anyways, what's next? Oh, it's a choo-choo train incoming. Let me just double check if I... Oh, okay, I got another one. How come I missed that one? Whoops. Okay, it's nearly an hour, but I there we go. And oops. There, she's looking at her watch. Let me just color this a little bit more. All right. Okay. Who's next? Some things I've missed out. Now this is a new one. Stan. I've never heard of Grimsburg before. So, okay, I got the kid. Let me just believe it or not, fellas, the first time I actually heard of an eclipse was through Penguins of Madagascar, where in that episode of Penguins of Madagascar, the chimpanzees, they tricked King Julian into thinking that the total eclipse was a bad sign of the sky spirits. So he's like, oh, the sky spirits have been very angry. What must I do to change? Well, first you have to make sure you are kind to people. Okay, I can change a little, but then the moon starts to move a little bit. Why don't you make it a big one and we'll call this whole thing off? Okay, you win. I change bigly, and then the sun clears up. Would it be if I had to draw Mr. Hotel Transylvania, eh? Well, at least he's not in his Transformania. Since Transformania does go off model at times, I feel like I can probably get away with going very off model for this occasion because he's hiding his cape. Trying to figure out how this works. And to make sure it looks like he's actually tugging his caper really tight, I'm just gonna I think this is the best I can do to make it look like Hotel Transylvania's Dracula is hiding in his cape. Now, let me color him as well. Now, here's a funny thing: the way Dracula looks, I think he's based on the iconic Dracula look provided by which is popularized by Bela Lugosi from the 1931 Dracula film. Even though that's not really what Dracula's design is supposed to be like. In the original, I think I missed a gap. In the original Dracula look, he was supposed to. He's in the original Dracula book by Bram Stoker. He is described as an old man with a mustache, and within at least a dozen Dracula movies, only one of them got this right, and it's the Franco. It's a Franco movie. It's a film directed by a man named Franco, and it stars Christopher Lee as Dracula. But the most well-known Dracula at this day and age is the one by Coppola, the one with Gary Oldman, where Dracula is depicted with a baboon's butt wig, which even Hotel Transylvania poked fun of, where Vlad, who is Dracula's father, he's like, "What's that thing?" Pardon my language, but he said it like this: "What's that thing on your head? It's like my grandmother's boobies." I was like, how the heck do they get away in a kids' film? I mean, sure, Total Drama Island gets away with some language, does get away with some language. I mean, there was an episode where Heather had something above her exposed, and Harold is like, boobies. This unfortunately angered Lashana. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can have the character animated flying, but I can just have the character float. And this thing's like a. Is this thing supposed to be like a Hydra or something? Like a Hydra Pokemon. One thing I noticed with Pokemon is that the Pokedex says they are something, but they kind of look more like something else, like Snubble, the fairy Pokemon. Even though it looks more like a dog. Taurus, a wild Pokemon. Could he not say? Could the Pokedex say it was a bull? Or might some they do get right, like Mudkip, the mudfish Pokemon. Another one, Horsey, a dragon Pokemon. Looks more like a seahorse. You want something that actually looks like a dragon? Try Seadra, which is based on a sea dragon. Or Rhyhorn, the spikes Pokemon. He's obviously looking like a rhinoceros. I think they said this because they want to make sure that the entire population of Pokemon is just Pokemon and humans. Rarely do I see other types of Earthling, our normal down-to-earth animals ever presented in Pokemon. Maybe a few fish or something? I don't know. It's always in the fantasy world. There's only like two types of populations within the fantasy world: humans and occasionally other creatures and creatures from another world. Only occasionally do they include some more other creatures from our world, like in trying to think, like a rabbit or something. Lord of the Rings has trolls, golems, and orcs and other creatures, but occasionally they'll include a rabbit for stew. Trying to. Oh wait, was that not that wasn't a leg? That was not a leg. That was a tail. Sorry about that. It's hard to remember what some of the sources look like. I think it was something like this. Okay, I think after this creature, I think I might have enough time for one or two more before I call it a bit of quits. Another thing the Pokédex got correct was Pikachu, a mouse Pokemon. And I was like, and I was thinking to myself, no wonder the nostalgia critic called Pikachu a SpongeBob rat. And let's just say this guy was the nostalgia critic. I remember he had a bit of a distaste for Pokemon. which I can understand to some extent. I mean, he did not grow up with Pokemon, and sometimes he has a bit of a sadistic humor when it comes to Pokemon. Like he remembers enjoying this little commercial where he sees the Pokemon go inside a bus and they get all squished into a Game Boy Advance. And he said he brings him such delight. But then he found himself kind of enjoying. He found himself in kind of enjoying the he did find himself enjoying a bit of Detective Pikachu, which I too enjoyed. Which I too also enjoyed. Keep in mind, my interest in Pokemon keeps turning off and on. So whenever I come back, it's usually because I got nothing else better to do. Like check out if there's any movies like Detective Pikachu, or there was even that stop motion Netflix series. That really should be that really should be just a movie compiled into. Does it really need to be a mini-series? Could it not just have been a TV series? I mean, a movie. Okay, I'm done. Whew. All right, let's see if we got anybody else. Okay, I gotta. Woof. I think I'm running out of room, fellas. I think this might be my. I think this might be my last drawing. Okay. This is a new toughie for me. I remember watching Lackadaisy the other day. I thought it was a great short. Then I was thinking to myself, I don't think I myself am capable of drawing in that immense detail and that amount of dedication to animating something complex. And I think I might have a better time trying to animate something out of Hanspen Hotel. Even though a lot of people say that the animation is also quite complex. I'm not sure what he normally wears, so I'm just gonna improvise a little bit. Okay, I think I'm just about, let me just color this guy, and then I think we're done. I'm ready to test, I'm ready to do a little bit of testing on this. Oh, the feet and some bits are not connected. Must fix that. Something's not connected. Whoops, I forgot one more extra detail over here. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's the best. I think this is the best I can do for Victor in. I hope I. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry about that. I got one more coming. Whew. Just trying to remember how I drew this character again. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm just remembering an old. Pardon me. Pardon me again if you heard that. I don't think I have enough time to add in that little highlight. Just gonna have to color everything else in. So, what was it? Oops. Whoopsies, I forgot something. And finally, once upon a time, I used to. Did you know that? I don't know about if you watch some of my previous Skylanders videos, animations. I sometimes keep changing the characters' designs with without giving a proper indication to why. For example, there was a moment when I gave in the olden days. I used to give Zook something on his jaw, something on his lower jaw to make him, how do I put this, make him look like Trapjaw from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It wasn't until I got my hands on the toy of Zook when slowly but surely I decided to make him kind of like how he was in the video games. Again, the reason why I gave him sort of that trap jaw-ish type of design for his jaw was a mistake on was a bit of a mistaken look on his jaw when I first saw him. And his picture wasn't very clear here at the time. And I was just going through memory. And the same thing with Drobots. I think in some of the older days, I would have Drobot without his snuzzle. I mean, without his how do I say it? Without having an you see over here the part where his nose is sticking out, the bit of his nose flesh. In the olden days, I used to have his entire nose completely robotic, while his just the top half of his head robotic. But now I just mainly have it for the eyes and the connection to his jaw. I think, there, I've done it. Alright, anybody else? Anybody else who did anything? Nope. Whew, that's about it. Alright, fellas, let's see. We got, Jeremy, Spyro, Drobot, Beth, a character from Henry and his Bucket Full of Dinosaurs, Princess Luna, a brand new character from Grimsburg, Dracula, Blanca Guzman, Metal Sonic, Shockwave, Megamind, a character from Lackadaisy, two OC characters named Rosalie and Flora, and a character from Filipino Studios, I think, and Yaba, and a Pokemon, looking at the Eclipse. Now let's test a little bit of animation. Let's test it from here. Let's see that again. There you go, fellas. That's the that's the Eclipse. And did you see why I added in that random guy in the middle? Did you see what he did? Okay, fellas. Thank you. And I wonder, has the Eclipse finally passed? Let me know in the comments. Has the Eclipse finally passed? Not yet. Oh, not yet. Oh, I don't know. It did pass. Huh. Again, did I get my timing wrong? Because I checked the calculations and stuff. It said it should have been passed. Maybe there was something wrong. Maybe it was just an estimation. All right. Thank you for joining me. And again, it was quite brief, but I'm quite proud of this. And once I do all my color correctings, I'll post this on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Eclipse Day, and also happy anniversary to Watching and Dreaming, the series finale of the Owl House. Thank you for joining me. Hey, and what's my next live stream? I'm not sure. Maybe at the end of March or end of May or early June. I got something else in mind. I'll keep you an update on that. Hope you've enjoyed this video.